Hi there, my name's Paul. Welcome to my world. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a classic old-fashioned. Now, this is one of the most popular cocktails in the world these days, and it's easy to see why. Super simple in terms of ingredients and the way that you make it, but it's a beautiful way to enjoy a good quality whiskey. It really is an absolutely beautiful cocktail. So, I'm just going to run through quickly the ingredients and the equipment that you need for this cocktail. Really simple. We're going to need a short tumbler glass like this one, or a whiskey glass. You're going to need a jigger or a bartender's measure. This one is 50 mils on the large side, 25 mils on the smaller side. We're going to be using the citrus zest, so you need your peeler. A classic potato peeler will do the trick nicely. Knife is optional if we're going to clean up that zest. And then you need a bar spoon as well. Doesn't need to be as long as this one, but it's a nice thing. You're going to need some cubed ice. And in terms of ingredients, really simple. 50 mils of your whiskey, just a dash or a few drops of the aromatic bitters. It's really powerful, you don't need too much at all. 10 mils of Demerara sugar syrup to add some sweetness, and zest from a fresh orange. Right, let's get started. So, really simple, no cocktail shaker needed. For this cocktail, we're just going to make it in the glass itself. So really nice and easy. We're going to add all of those liquid ingredients, give it a stir with some ice, garnish, and it's ready for you to enjoy. So first things first, 50 mils of whiskey, works well with a bourbon. You can even use a cognac or an aged rum or even an añejo tequila. Any aged spirit is really going to work nicely in this cocktail. So 50 mils, straight into your glass. Now, that's the base spirit there. We're going to add some bitterness and some depth of flavour with the aromatic bitters. And this is like bartender's ketchup. It adds that depth of flavour, it brings all the other elements together. It's an absolutely beautiful thing, but it is really potent, so you really don't need much at all. I would say 4 or 5 drops or 1 dash. We can add some more later if we need to. Now we've added bitterness, so we need to balance that out with some sweet element as well. We have here some Demerara sugar. 10 mils should do the trick nicely. So with the smaller side of your jigger, just under halfway should do the trick. Right, now, this cocktail takes a little bit of time. What we're going to do is add 3 cubes of ice in the glass. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to stir it down with our bar spoon. The idea being we want to add dilution, because at the moment it's essentially sweet and bitter but pretty much straight whiskey. So the idea here is that ice dilution is really going to balance out the harsh notes of the alcohol and make it more palatable for you. Now, some cocktail bartenders will tell you that there's a much more long-winded process to this. Add 1 cube at a time, stir it all the way down, add a second and then a third. But after extensive research, it's not necessary. 3 all at once will do the trick for you. Now, the amount of time that you need to stir it for is essentially down to your own palate. The best thing to do is have a taste and check if that dilution level is correct for you. If it's still feeling a little too overpowering, then stir it a little bit longer. What I'm going to do is leave that for a moment, and now we're going to prepare the garnish. So what we want to do, we're essentially going to peel a long strip of the orange skin using your peeler. You want to get a good 2 or 3 inches at least. Careful because it is sharp. So this is what we're after, a nice long strip of the zest. So you have the orange outer skin, and then you'll see a little bit of the white pith on the other side. You can leave it rustic like that, or if you prefer, you can use your sharp knife just to tidy up the edges. So that's the zest that we're after. We'll keep that to the side for the moment. We're nearly at ideal dilution here. Another few stirs. All right, so we're nearly there. We're going to fill that glass up with fresh ice. All the way to the top. to keep that drink as cold as possible for as long as possible. Another quick stir just to integrate the ice. And now we finish off with the garnish. So when you're garnishing a cocktail with fresh orange zest or citrus zest like this, what we're actually doing is adding more complexity to the drink itself. It's not just that aesthetic element, we're also adding an aromatic element to the cocktail. So what we're looking to do is not just drop it straight into the glass, we actually want to express the essential oils from inside the skin of the orange over the surface of the drink. And it's really simple to do. What we're going to do here is have the orange side facing down over the surface of the cocktail with the white pith facing up to the ceiling. Hold it together in both hands with the tips of your fingers, and we're just going to gently squeeze it. You might see, but you'll definitely smell those beautiful essential oils squirting out over the glass. That's exactly what we're looking for. So give it a nice squeeze all the way along the length. You can twist it into a spiral to make sure you get all those beautiful oils out. It's a nice touch to give it a little wipe around the rim so you get that beautiful citrus burst in the first sip. And then tuck it down inside the glass, and there we have it. That is a classic old-fashioned. Enjoy.